A general had a lot of, I mean, I'm not endorsing him, but compared to a lot of people, because he had a girlfriend, they're looking at indicting him. And Holder, who ran Fast and Furious and did all this, how can Holder, with the IRS targeting Christians and veterans and all this, why is he still there? He was supposed to be gone 6 months ago. So, I mean, so there's clearly a purge going on.
Be careful what you tell your girlfriend in bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What? I mean, but they're going to indict a general over a girlfriend? I mean, this is insane.
I know it. I know it. And it's not like she ran to other countries with her trade secrets. Jeez. I mean, are you going to indict someone who tells his wife, somebody who's working for government and has signed a confidentiality and a non-disclosure and everything else? You get a top secret clearance. You're going to tell your wife, and then you're going to indict the guy for doing that? It's the same thing.
Meanwhile, well, I could just rant about it all day. Let's talk about your new book, Something or Someone is Hiding Something. And folks can also go to see your TV show at beyondbelief.com, coasttocoastam.com. Let's talk about Someone is Hiding Something, the new book.
This is exciting, Alex. Richard Belzer, who played Munch in Law & Order, and you know him quite well. He, of course, has written books on JFK. Our co-author is David Wayne, who's just amazing. They were working on this book, the Malaysian airline 370 flight that disappeared on March 8th of last year. And they came to me and said, look, we're looking for someone to write additional chapters of things that may have happened. We've got our ideas, and here they are. Can you add a few? And I went, yeah, okay. So they brought me in as a third partner in the book, Someone is Hiding Something, which comes out in a month. It's available right now on Amazon.com. They're taking pre-orders. It's amazing how they discount that. But it's just an amazing story of how this huge Boeing 777 with hundreds of people on board just disappeared.
And then now we've had two other disasters, the one over Ukraine and the other plane coming out of there missing. In your gut, what do you think's going on? Or talk about some of the theories that are in the book.
Well, some of the theories are the standard ones. Pilot suicide, hijacking. And again, I'm not going to say this is the one or this isn't. But
Diego Garcia, a lot of folks think it was diverted there.
Diego Garcia, shot down by governments. A UFO gobbled them up, as preposterous as that may sound, going through a portal, a time warp. So there's a lot of different, a brand new weapon that was tested and hit that plane. There's a lot of different scenarios. What is fascinating about this story is, look how fast they found the Asia flight, the Air Asia flight. They just found the fuselage yesterday with, sadly, bodies inside. They're going to try to raise that. They can't find this thing, which flew for hours all over that area, hundreds and hundreds of miles. It's an amazingly bizarre story, so we put it all together, and Someone is Hiding Something. And that quote, by the way, came from former government officials in Indonesia and Malaysia. They're the ones who said that. They're baffled by this. Everybody's baffled by it.
Well, then the similar plane, same make and model, gets shot down over Ukraine.
That was a sister plane. It was made during the same time. That's bizarre. You know, I say there are no coincidences. That went down, and then this one sadly goes down. But, I'm very curious when they really analyze the cockpit recorders, the black boxes, what they may pick up. But can you imagine, both of us being in radio, listening to audio, I would love, in a non-sadistic way, to hear those two, the pilot and the co-pilot,
sure,
on tape, what they're saying while this is going down.
Well, it's wild what's happening. Speaking of that, we're about to go to break, and I've got a few final points I want to get into with George Noory here today. But what else is on your radar, speaking of aviation? What else right now is something you're watching?
Well, we're just watching everything unfold. We're watching things going on in space. We're watching world events that affect all of us. And what you said was absolutely right, Alex. I've tweaked the show since I came in. Coast to Coast was the just paranormal show years ago. and we have added, now we're up to 600 affiliates from 440. But the programming, we still do the fun stuff and the entertaining stuff and the paranormal stuff. Believe me, that's a staple of the program. But we are now doing Alex Jones investigation-type radio because these events affect all of us. And for us not to would be irresponsible. The program's too big not to look at facts.
Sure. But I tell you, when I'm driving through the mountains at midnight in Colorado, and you guys have got guests on about vampire stories and vampire hitchhikers, I'm looking back over my shoulder.
I love those. I love my Friday nights for those weird stories.
Oh, yeah, and the shadow rodents. You know, I think actually shadow rodents may be real. George Soros kind of resembles a shadow rodent. I'm sorry. Hillary, actually. I don't want to steal the title. Hillary's a shadow rodent. George Norrie's our guest, coasttocoastam.com. Our site's Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. He's been an amazing friend of this show. Undoubtedly helped launch us to the next level. So we really owe George as well for promoting freedom. Stay with us. The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200 million-year-old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information they're compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com products. Secure your Survival Shield X2 today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Did you go to guns80.com and get your AR-15 yet? I took my buddy Mark out to lunch the other day to thank him for turning me on to guns80.com, and suddenly our old pal Dan showed up and joined us. Of course, Mark immediately started selling him on the great deals at guns80.com and told him how you can buy a brand new rifle at a great price, keep your privacy, and how it can be delivered right to your front door, and that there was no visit to a gun dealer involved, there are no government papers to fill out. Dan was such an easy sell. He just pulled out his iPhone right there and went to guns80.com and ordered his Ghost AR. Wow. You can call guns80.com right now. Their number is 844-2GUNS80. That's 844-248-6780. By the way, demand they pay Mark a commission, okay? Call guns80.com at 844-2GUNS80 and demand they pay Mark, please. He deserves a commission. Go to 844-2GUNS80 and get your Ghost AR-15 on the web at guns80.com. Go now.
I am a 47-year-old female and had a heart attack in 2005. This is Alice from New Jersey. I still get angina, even with 4 stents. I was taking nitro 2 or 3 times a week. The very first day after taking Heart and Body Extract, the chest pain was gone. Now I don't wear a nitro patch.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
This is an alert. If your business or church is building this year, you're about to pay more than you should. This could mean thousands of dollars more for your office, retail space, church, or warehouse. A General Steel building can save you as much as half the cost and time of similar conventional construction. And we're offering rebates of up to $20,000 to help you build today. Call General Steel for free information that could save you thousands. Call 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Final segment, InfoWars Nightly News, back tonight, 7 o'clock Central. George, midnight Central, 10 p.m. Pacific, will be hosting his worldwide transmission. Briefly, we're running it through tonight. It was supposed to end today. We're going to run it for one more day because it hasn't been taken down yet. 48% off 3 of our best-selling products, the Oxy Powder, the Secret 12, Vitamin B12, that's the strongest, powerful, most absorbable out there from our research. Really will knock your socks off. And, of course, Super Male or Super Female Vitality, 48% off those 3 products when you get them together. We've never done a sale this big, InfoWarsLife.com. And there's some other sales as well on X2, Nascent Iodine, Silver Bullet, Colloidal Silver, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, and so many other great products in the InfoWarsLife.com family. And your purchase is what funds this independent, truly independent media operation. Up on InfoWars.com, Muslim puts free speech to the test, jokes about Holocaust 9/11, and is now the target of a police investigation in Canada. Well, again, even though it's distasteful, he shouldn't be investigated. But that's where all this political correctness is going. But it doesn't mean that I then can't criticize you. That's the difference. That's just some of the news up on InfoWars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. George, all the black boxes in the cars that you talked about 15 years ago, it's now in the news. I know you've been following it, that they're going to start taxing us by the mile if they have their way while they drive down the gas prices. What do you think the low gas prices are really for with the OPEC cartel? And then tell me about criticalhealthnews.com. I just love that website.
Sure thing. Well, there's no question. I think this is a covert operation with the oil prices to crush Vladimir Putin and Russia. Originally, I thought it was just the Saudi scheme to get the frackers out, but I don't think so. I think this was concocted by some of the same people who worked during the Reagan administration to crush the Soviet Union and break them up without a bullet being fired. And I think they're trying to do the same thing to Putin. The problem is Putin is a little more dangerous than Gorbachev was at the time. So you got to be careful there. With criticalhealthnews.com, we took something out of your playbook, Alex. I love the way that you are concerned about health. Without health, without taking care of yourself and the people you care about, nothing means anything. Your job, your career, how much money you make, nothing means anything if you're not healthy. And so we, in partnership with criticalhealthnews.com, are working with them in getting to people really what we believe to be the best things they can do for their bodies. So it's criticalhealthnews.com. I'm very proud of these people, and I've lent my name and endorsement to what they do.
Well, I know you launched the site about 6 months ago as a beta, but the redesign is amazing. The audios, the videos, all the information up there. I've learned a lot. criticalhealthnews.com. We'll tweet that out as well to the listeners, because I agree. I started getting more and more into health. I mean, you've always been pretty healthy. I've got to know you, hanging out more than 10 years ago. I got really fat because all I did was, just sit around and do the show. I decided to let myself go to hell. Then I realized, wait a minute, I've got to get in shape to go long term. And that's the one area we can all really make some changes is drink purified water, don't eat GMO, exercise, take the proper nutrients, the proper nutraceuticals. And I've lost 50-something pounds. It's changed my life, and I'm still getting better. And so that's what's so exciting about it. I mean, I know you're already into health, and you've got all these experts at your fingertips, and that's why I love criticalhealthnews.com. George Noory, closing comments.
Well, I can't believe you've been with me with almost 10 years now, Alex.
George, it's longer than that. I've been coming on since 2003, so that's 11, 12 years.
11, 12 years. And that I've been duped by a guy named Bill Hicks. I just can't believe it.
Yeah. Did you see the silly video I did where I retired?
I love it. I love it. You did a great job, and your British accent is superb. You should be an actor, too. You know that.
Well, I am an actor. I'm the actor that plays Bill Hicks.
It was a great job. Look, you keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe. America needs you, Alex. And love your audience. They're great people, dedicated patriots. And if I could go out and have a beer with all of them,
it'd be awesome. Back at you, George Noory. You're a class act. Great job, crew. See you back tomorrow at Nightly News 7.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
We let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.